Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the
Oh, okay. So should I stop talking until we get them right? Or... Okay. Okay.
I fixed it all.
Got it. Earth Tech Systems, a premier provider of heat pump technology. You can learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process of lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and or volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. You can contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or their phone number, BOUVIER, is at 603-465-1102. So we've had our break between the first and second quarters. Officials will just pause an extra second to allow our netminder to take her place between the pipes. I believe that was Irene Tsai, who's a senior that went out there for the second quarter play. Bedford may have been making a goalie change right there. Started the second quarter. Keep an eye on that. So the Bulldogs on the attack, taking the ball behind the goal, looking to narrow this down to a one-goal game again. Their sole goal of the game so far by Eloise Montagano, who was stopped the last time downfield, but not that time. That was with emphasis there from Eloise as she deposited that in the top left quadrant of the goal for her second. Great pass underneath to set that up, and there was
That to go by number 2, Eloise Montagano.
So all 5 goals scored by just 2 players, one for each team. That's Eloise Montagano getting her second for Bedford, and already with the natural hat trick, Chloe Feely, the junior midfielder attacker, has all 3 goals for Dover as we have a draw at midfield. With her back to us for Dover. Bedford, Bryn Abendroth, who is only a freshman, and she wins the draw. Mary Lenti wins the draw. Sorry about that, Mary. Mary took the draw. Number 13, who is a sophomore, so young, getting it done for the Bulldogs. They have a chance to tie this game up now, down 3-2 with possession early second quarter. Working it to the middle. That's ball that passes on the turf, and who's going to scoop it up? Dover had it momentarily, but a stick foul goes against the Bedford Bulldogs. So it is Dover ball still. Good defensive work by Molly Zilfelder to pick that up off the turf, but she puts that pass on the turf out of bounds, an errant play and an unforced turnover by Dover. There were some Bedford players in the area, but they need to take better care of the ball, of course, to not give the Bulldogs multiple chances on offense. So back on the attack goes Bedford. Will be very interesting if Eloise Montagano got another one here. A hat trick versus a hat trick. That's a good save. Fading away as she took the shot was Mary Lenti, and ready for it was Leighton Kelly, the Dover goalie. Ball's on the turf. And it's still in the Dover defensive end as Bedford picks up the loose ball and stays on the attack. This is Liza Montagano, who passes it to her sister down low, nearly had the hat trick. Trying to scoop it up off the turf. That was Liza Montagano to sister Eloise. Liza is a freshman. That's great. And a nice, great save right off her knee. And the ricochet goes about 30 yards off of the netminder, Leighton Kelly, and unfortunately for her, that great work, Bedford just reloads as they get to the loose ball first. Cutting in with the shot and the goal, Carly Hodgson Rogers ties it up. So an unfortunate break for Leighton Kelly, the goaltender, who has done great work in this first half with multiple big saves.
Bedford go by number 1, Carly
Somebody needed to
Hutchinson
get to
Rogers.
that loose ball to prevent Bedford from staying on the attack, keeping the pressure up, and they managed to score once again. If you like what you're seeing and hearing with our live stream and think you'd like to advertise with the Highlight Guy, or just want more information, contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com. For those who may be watching us on the NFHS network, we'd like to say thank you and welcome also to the THG Sports Network's live stream. Draw at midfield taken by Mary Lenti of Bedford, another clean win for her. So Bedford's kind of tipped the scales a bit in the second quarter with winning these draws and winning more and more time of possession. 9 minutes and change left in the first half. Bedford with a chance to take their first lead of the game. Well, actually, they had a chance in the first minute, but Leighton Kelly had so many nice saves that they stayed scoreless until Dover scored 2, went up 2-0, and now Bedford's worked their way back into a tie game position. Carly Hodgson Rogers, with one of the 3 goals, has the ball in a free position restart from 8 yards away from goal. Leighton Kelly and Carly Hodgson Rogers about to square off on the whistle. Holding their breath, and a false start there. I mean, this reminds me of watching the NHL playoffs and the linesman just won't drop the puck. Blow the whistle already. Let's go. There it is. He blows the whistle, the shot, goal. Carly Hodgson Rogers with her second. And now Bedford does have their first lead of the game. The 8 seed over the 9 seed for the moment.
Bedford go by number 1, Carly Hutchinson Rogers.
So a pair for Carly, a pair for Eloise Montagano, and 3 for Kelly Healy. That's the scoring so far. Chloe Healy for Dover, and Carly Hodgson Rogers, Eloise Montagano for Bedford. See if Dover can win one of these draws and try to tie the game up. Mary Lenti's been running the table for the last several for Bedford as she plays it to herself again. Gets the best there of Chloe Healy and puts her team right back on offense. Carly Hodgson Rogers, candidate for a hat trick with the ball. She weaves down the hash, goes through 4 defenders, and just couldn't get a quality shot away. Trying to do almost the impossible there. She went by so many green wave defenders, it was like a Harley wave. But in the end, put it on the turf, and now Dover flipping the script here and running rampant down the field. A lot of yards gained by Declan Mangum, number 21. Great job by her to take it all the way into the end zone as they go around the perimeter with the passing to the green wave. Chance to tie it up. They led 2-0. They led 3-1. Now they're down 4-3. Looking to even the score on this possession. Behind the net it goes for Dover. Green Wave have never appeared in the state championship game in girls lacrosse in New Hampshire. Bedford has been there. Won the title in 2023. Bedford girls lacrosse. As they work it around the perimeter. And dancing behind some teammates and by some defenders and depositing over the top was Caitlin Bastille, sophomore midfielder, who was inspired on that play to get through the defenders, kind of used a couple teammates as a screen, and also used her height.
Dover go by number 12, Caitlin Bastille.
Caitlin Bastille, sophomore, ties the game at 4-4 with 6:55 to go in the contest. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Postal is a luxury retailer who can help. Realtor, sorry. She is licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. Deb Cody can assist you with your real estate goals at the Dow Group, the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb by email, deb@thedowgroup.com. That's deb@thedowgroup.com. The phone number, 603-945-2763. Official giving some added instructions to our draw takers at midfield. 6:55 to go in the contest. The games do stop at when goals are scored, but otherwise it's running time. Clean win for the Bulldogs. This is flipped up by Mary Lenti to teammate Eloise Montagano, who received it on the run. Right back on offense for the Bulldogs with the next best chance to retake the lead in the 4-4 contest. Wind picks up a little bit on the press box level here. It's pretty calm looking down on the field. Dallas. Up top is Hodgson Rogers, battling with the defender, Tyler Small. Will that be a shot from distance? No. Too many Green Wave defenders in the way of Mary Lenti right there to let it fly, so she'll hang on to it. She gets an escort from defender Caitlin Bastille, throws it in front, and an alert goaltender, Leighton Kelly, scoops it up, and so no goal on that possession for the Bulldogs. Now it's Dover that has a chance to retake the lead in a 4-4 contest. And again, another long sprint for her. Declan Magnum all the way downfield and gets it taken away. Oh, about 70, 80 yards Declan sprinted with that one before the Bedford defense came up with the steal. And trying to run through a double team near side, that's going to be illegal stick contact by Dover to take that one away from Eloise Montagano, so she benefits from the foul call. Another whistle will restart us again. 5:24 to go in the first half. It will be Carly Hodgson Rogers at midfield with the ball. To the far side to Anna Rogers. Down the right sideline it goes for the Bulldogs, all the way into the end zone. Focus shifts it to the corner. Leighton Kelly has been a tremendous goaltender for Dover, but she's had her hands full and her legs full of shots as she goes down low to stop that one. Leighton Kelly's just been excellent. Takes an extra special shot to get it past her. For 20, sophomore goaltender for the Green Wave. Good anticipation on the low shot there, but Bedford, really good reaction to pick up the loose ball, ricochet on the rebound. Behind the goal, it's an errant pass, going to be a turnover. So unforced error by the Bulldogs gives Dover the ball deep in their own end. Still a 4-4 contest. It's gotten really interesting early in this one, how well these teams are matched. It's kind of tell, I mean, by the seedings. You got an 8 seed against a 9 seed. They only had a 3-goal difference in their game way back in April. And trying to work her way through the 3 defenders was Molly Zilfelder. She did draw a foul and has possession still. She flips it to Chloe Healy. Chloe Healy has got 3 goals in this one. Hands it to Caitlin Bastille. Bastille twisting and turning. Bastille has it knocked out of her stick. She picks it up, though, and retains possession in the far corner. Tricky pass toward the middle. High-risk pass. Bedford defenders were there, and somehow Kira Small came up with it. It's a good play. The Dover fans acknowledge to hang on to the possession there. Trying to find a seam. Chloe Healy looking for her 4th goal. Passes it off. Weaving, shooting, scoring. Chloe Healy and Kira Small. What teamwork right there to take the lead. 5-4. Some tricky passes in traffic. Any one of those could have been knocked out of their hands or
Dover goal by number 6, Kira Small.
Kira Small on a feed from Chloe Healy. So Chloe Healy has scored 3 goals and assisted on 1, having a great game as a junior in a single elimination playoff game here. They're trying for the upset. They lost to Bedford on their home turf to Dover back in early April in the season opener, 9-6. And this one shaping up to be just as close or even closer of a game than that one was. 5-4 Dover leads with 3:41 to go in the first half. Loose ball on the turf. Dover came close, but Bedford did a great job of winning that bouncer. Carly Hodgson Rogers charging downfield. Runs to her right as she met the defensive Molly Zilfelder. And she will dish it into the far corner it goes for Bedford. Holding it. It's like whistle. It's like this Liza Montagano. But before she can make the pass, we're looking in the middle of the field. Got a yellow card that's going to come up against a Dover player, and they are going to go off. Possibly a minute, maybe two. But it will be a man down, as they say, a player down for Dover for the next minute, at least, possibly. And Bedford, a team that, well, Dover would tell you they really don't need the help, but they've got the advantage now in numbers on offense, as we'll hear the whistle and the restart. I believe this is Mary Lenti, their usual draw taker, number 13, that has it. About 10 yards from goal. She charges forward, changes direction, shot, score! Mary Lenti, a sniper goal there. She went up top right over the netminder, Leighton Kelly, who might not have got 100% look at that ball, over some defenders. Mary Lenti deposits it from
Bedford goal
about
by
10
number
yards
13,
out.
Mary Lenti.
Not an easy shot at all. That's the 5th goal of the game for Bedford. So they tie it up 5-5. Magnifies the importance of each draw one at midfield, doesn't it? If you're hungry for a meal that really hits the spot, Luke's Bar and Grill serves up juicy burgers, crispy wings, and a full menu of favorites made fresh every day at their location, 142 Lowell Road in Hudson. You can check it out yourself. The perfect spot to relax and connect. See the menu at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's L-U-K-S, no E, lukesbarandgrill.com. So we have another draw at midfield, another chance for Mary Lenti to shine, and she does. She throws it straight up in the air, catches it herself, and Mary Lenti, who just scored that goal, has the ball now inside the 20. Where she collides with the defender, Declan Mangum. Flips the ball to teammate Savannah Wilson. Savannah going around the goal to the left. Now it's in the far corner. With it for Bedford was Vi Hodgson Rogers. Gets it back. This is Vi Hodgson Rogers. Dancing to her right. That's Anna Rogers, number 7. Excuse me, Vi's goalie. That's a shot and a save by Leighton Kelly. She saw it coming even from that close a distance. Nearly caught it clean, but knocked it down, scooped it, and now Dover's back on the attack. Thanks again to the fine netminding play of Leighton Kelly. How about that? 2:11 to go. Dover's got a chance to retake the lead. And right down the middle, the shot and the goal with an exclamation point from Declan Mangum. Sophomore just gave the
Dover goal by number 21, Declan Mangum.
Declan Mangum gave the goaltender no chance at all there. Ringside was confronted with the shot from just a step away, it looked like, and Declan was not going to be denied there to give her team the lead. 6-5 with 2:03 to go, first half here on the Highlight Guy Network. Really bringing in this game between the 9-seed Dover visiting the 8-seed Bedford, watching on the Highlight Guy Sports Network. Thank you for subscribing. We hope you enjoy our coverage. For advertisers, it would be Steve at the highlightguy.com. Another draw one by Mary Lenti. Of course, Dover came up with a great goalie stop and then turned it into a goal after Mary Lenti's previous win of a draw. So Bedford wants to capitalize here. Suddenly finding themselves down a goal again. 1:40 to go, first half. Down low, defended well, was Eloise Montagano. And back there contesting for the missed shot was Leighton Kelly. That's out of bounds off of Dover, so Bedford would retain possession with 1:27 left in a 6-5 contest. Dover up by 1. Bedford, good moves, but no shooting lane for number 22, Paige Gibson had it down low momentarily, but back up top and from behind, Dover's penalty is up, and I think that caught Bedford by surprise that the way we're back to full
1
strength.
minute remaining in the period.
And downfield comes Chloe Healy. Chloe Healy's got 3 goals. Will she get 4? Fakes left, goes right, shoots, and it's a save by Irene Tsai. That was a really tough save to make on a fast-moving attacker. And she did a great job of just locking eyes on the ball and denying what would have been goal number 7 and a 2-goal lead for Dover approaching the halftime break. Instead, Bedford's back on the attack and a chance to tie it up. Big swing there, again, triggered by a great save by one of these teams' netminders. This time it was Irene Sy for Bedford. So Bulldogs trying to work it close. Time's of the essence, though. 15 seconds left to go. Carly Hodgson-Rogers passes it deep, trying to the wraparound, and too many defenders in the way. Puts it on the turf, and they're not going to get a shot away. Bedford will not get a shot away. 2 seconds left, and that will do it. We are at halftime here at Bedford in the play-in game in the New Hampshire Girls Division I tournament. In the state of New Hampshire, the 8 and 9 seeds must play off to see who faces Portsmouth on Thursday. And right now, Dover has the upper hand, but of the slimmest margin, 6-5. John Collins with our producer, cameraman Joe LeBlanc will be back with the exciting conclusion, the second half of this one, live from Bedford after this break.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. With every donation, you're not just funding a program, you're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe. Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the
Welcome back to the second half action here at Bedford, New Hampshire High School as the Dover Green Wave try for the upset as the 9 seed against the 8 seed Bedford Bulldogs in a play-in game. The only New Hampshire girls lacrosse Division I game being played on a Tuesday, June 2. The winner of this will advance to play Portsmouth on Thursday. Sean Collins along with Joe LeBlanc, our executive producer and cameraman to my right. Was turned into a nice sunny day here at Bedford, New Hampshire. It's a quick halftime break, Joe. Barely had a chance to catch their collective breaths. Back to a very tightly contested contest. Dover surprised everybody by jumping up to a 2-0 lead. They had a chance for another goal there. And some heavy contact on the Dover player, not called. Or was called. Yes, the whistle was a little late, but it was coming. So the Green Wave on the restart, the free position, have a chance to deposit one here. Let's see what happens on the restart. Tried to pass instead of shoot, and it backfired as the Bulldogs are able to pick up the loose ball in front of the netminder, Irene Tsai. A really good first quarter. She came in, I believe, in relief of Vi Hodgson Rogers and made some key stops there, especially near the end of the second quarter to keep Dover from going up by 2. Green Wave do come up with a win on the opening draw of the second half, but cannot capitalize. So we stayed at 6-5, 2 minutes into the third quarter. And on the restart, it'll be Liza Montagano for Bedford. Trying to work her way past a couple of defenders and does a good job. And hands it off to Eloise Montagano. And now Mary Lenti with it. Mary Lenti trying to work her way to the goal. See, she dished it to her left. And it's on the turf. Fighting for it was Carly Hodgson Rogers after she had bobbled the ball. And too much illegal contact there called against the Dover defenders. And that will restart it for Bedford with possession. Carly Hodgson Rogers has 2 of the 5 goals. And on the restart, let's see. Carly Hodgson-Rogers in the corner, flips it behind the goal. Changing direction was Paige Gibson. Paige Gibson quickly draws two defenders, passes it in front, and traffic scooped up by Leighton Kelly. Pass was intended for Molly Muir, but it did not get there. It was a couple of Dover defenders descended in the passing lane and put that ball on the turf for their goaltender to scoop it up. So we've seen some flashes of defensive brilliance along with the offense that has put 11 goals up on the board through the first half. Scoreless so far through the first 3.5 minutes of this second half. As Dover has a chance to go back up by 2. That's how they started the game, going up by 2-0. Flip to the middle. That's a tricky pass in traffic and able to go up and get it. Good play by Chloe Healy, who's got the hat trick so far today and an assist also, figuring in 4 of the 5 goals. Circling, trying to get a wraparound shot away. Off a pick, and a shot goes to the left. And one of the Bedford defenders had it just for a second, but it's scooped up by Dover. Their fans are really involved in every play. I can hear them to my right. Even on loose balls, pickups, ground ball pickups, they are applauding and they're cheering their team on to what they hope will be an upset victory. Worth the drive in from the seacoast. Of course, Bedford had a drive there in a rainy April, early April, for the season opener, which the Bulldogs did win 9-6. A lot has happened since then. It ended up, they almost had identical records. Bedford played a team up in out-of-state team, Kennebunk, that gave them the odd number 17 games played, 16 games by Dover. But it still goes back to that April game. Had Dover won that, we would be playing this play-in preliminary game in Dover instead of here in Bedford. Loose ball on the turf, and the Bulldogs come away with it. Big play there to retain possession and bring it downfield. Near sideline with it is Andy Nugent. Andy, number 14, got fouled there. She ran out of room on the sideline into a bunch of Dover defenders. Very exciting time of year in New Hampshire and in New England with the Stanley Cup playoffs going on, the NBA Finals, the World Cup's about to start. Of course, it only happens every 4 years, and that is in the United States, and including in Foxborough and Gillette. There'll be World Cup games in June, July. Very exciting time here in 2026. Also, you got the boys lacrosse tournament, the baseball tournament, all happening here in early June. And this is a first game of this tournament. Weaving in front, shot away, and it misses. Oh, hit the post. Look at that ricochet. Hit the left post as the cutter went from left to right in front of the goal. I believe that was Eloise Montagano that took that shot. Trying to get the hat trick with that one, but it just missed left. But Bedford fortunate to get the ricochet, and it's on the turf. They'll get another shot away, and another save by Leighton Kelly. She saw that all the way up, went to the top right. It might have either snuck inside the netting or hit the post, but somehow that save by Leighton Kelly wasn't enough to secure possession because there was a foul away from the ball, or on the shot, I should say. Gives possession back to Bedford on this reposition restart. So 5:20 to go, and we are still scoreless in this third quarter. How about that? It's been defensively dominated. Leighton Kelly wants to continue that string and net, but it's going to be tough to stop this one. It's off the top crossbar. It is off the bar, goes out of bounds on the ricochet, but Bedford did have a player back at the end line, so they keep possession. And weaving her way, trying to get through the defensive traffic, but good job by Dover to fend off the attacker with no shot by Mary Lenti possible on that sprint across the slot. And the Bedford Bulldogs trying to weigh their options now on this possession. They trail by one. They've trailed by one since halftime. We have played approaching 8 minutes of this third quarter, just about 7.5 minutes gone for sure, 4:28 mark remaining. And the restart for Bedford as Carly Hodgson-Rogers will go back to the top left point position, and Bulldogs going around the perimeter. They try to penetrate, shifting and turning. It looks like it is, who's that? For Bedford, shoot and a goal. just willing her way to the net. Eloise Montagano gets her hat trick. That's the third goal of the game for Eloise, and she ties us at 6. That's the
Bedford go by number 2, Eloise Montagano.
only goal this second half so far. Tech Systems, a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems, is a great team. They have a team of experts to contact with their skilled experience when it comes to new heat pump systems and repairs, even the most complex projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. Champions of energy efficiency and sustainability. Geothermal HVAC. EarthTech. Draw at midfield. 4:04 going third quarter. And Dover's been shut out here in the third quarter so far. They need the ball to score, and they commit a foul there on that draw, so it's still Bedford possession. A chance to retake the lead. They've been up, I think they've led twice in this contest. Dover's had about 4 leads. We're tied at 6 right now as the Bulldogs take possession with 3:40 to go, third quarter. Not a huge bonus for the winner of this. They have to go play the undefeated Portsmouth Clippers, who are resting up today on a Tuesday, getting ready to host their quarterfinal home game on Thursday in Portsmouth. Not lost in the season. They put up some huge scores. The closest game of the season for Portsmouth was an 11-5 win over Souhegan. Otherwise, they triple and double up on all of their opponents on the score sheet this season. There's a shot by Mary Lenti, high degree of difficulty. She did score from about that distance in the first half with a nice sniper shot up in the upper right. She was aiming for that same spot that time, but missed. And this one is going to be Dover ball. Not quite sure what the call was. I said before, if there's one sport that would lend itself to having the mics, the officials mic'd up at all times, connected to the PA, it would be lacrosse, because there's a lot of esoteric rules that you don't quite think of sometimes that would make a whole lot of sense if you could hear exactly what that, especially when you have fouls away from the ball like that, could be explained. Make the viewing experience so much better. Across midfield comes the Dover Green Wave, and with it, chance to tie this game up. Take the lead again. I forgot there's only one goal scored. Dover was up 6-5 at half. 6-6 shot over the goal, and it's going to be Green Wave ball still. His closest back there is Reese Sanders, senior attacker, number 1. She'll pass it. Few bounces. Chloe Healy, their top scorer so far in this game, passes it off to Molly Wilson. Molly Wilson, that's Zilfelder, Molly Zilfelder. Handed it off. Meredith Tolan, back to Meredith Tolan. Looking for a cutter. Over the head of the intended recipient, Chloe Healy, in the corner, picked up by the Green Wave as they stay on the attack. Only one goal scored so far this third quarter. That was by Bedford to tie it up 6-6. Dover puts the ball on the ground in the slot, and the Bedford defenders scoop up the bouncer. Nicely done by Bedford. Not fouling, winning the turnover. The win picks up here at Bedford High School. Tossed about, it's on the sideline. I was going to say 10 yards from goal. It's a lot more than that. The field is about 52 yards wide, so you're on the sideline, good 25 yards or so for that any time. Here's Eloise Montagano, number 2 with possession. One smart move they do with lacrosse, they make that ball bright yellow, so it's easy to differentiate it from the sticks and the green turf. Dancing between 2 defenders, Eloise Montagano dishes it off, and Liza Montagano, her sister, takes
1 minute
place.
period.
You heard the announcement. 1 minute only remaining in the third quarter. A very, very low-scoring third quarter. 1 goal, all that was scored. It's 6-6. 49 seconds left to go. Saw the netminder, Leighton Kelly, come out of her goal for a second. Looked maybe intercept the pass to the only Bedford attacker that was near her. It's a daring move though to leave the net open to intercept the pass. There's a pass in tight. It's a missed pass. Dover has the chance to pick up a loose ball. Bedford is first there though, and I guess there was some stick work. I did see that call. That was Eloise Montagano who kind of slashed down on the defender's stick with the ground ball. You can't do that, so it's called for a stick violation, and it's Dover ball. So they come up with a stop. Only 10 seconds left to go though in the third quarter, and it looks like we're going to have to settle for that one goal score. 5 seconds left. Dover, a long way to go. They need to shoot it right now. But the buzzer's going to sound. There's the horn to end the third quarter. So Dover did not score. The good news for them in that third quarter is that they held Bedford to only the one goal. So 6-5 at halftime, 6-6 at the end of three quarters. It cannot get any closer than this as it gets down to an exciting conclusion. It's a single elimination game though, so somebody's season is about to end at the end of the fourth quarter. Question is, who will it be? I'll tell you, a player in the game right now, to me by far, even though you got the 3 goals scored by Chloe Healy, is the Dover netminder, Leighton Kelly, has been fantastic. You can bring the family, friends, and everyone who wants to feel at home at Luke's Bar and Grill. Enjoy live music 3 nights a week, trivia and music bingo, and pop-up events for the whole family that make every visit something special. Whether you're here to relax, laugh, or celebrate, Luke's Bar and Grill is the perfect place from the first bite to the last lap. Check them out, 142 Lowell Road, Hudson, New Hampshire, or plan your visit by going to their website, lukesbarandgrill.com. That's L-U-K-S. If you're looking to play sports in college, the Highlight Guy can help you get noticed and recruited. The Highlight Guy creates highlight videos, films sporting events, and live streams, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are stuck. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. Tech Systems, premier green heating and cooling technology company. For your heating or cooling needs, we're going to have some cooling needs, I think, this summer. Contact the experts at earthtechsystems.com. No install or repair project too challenging for the experts at green HVAC technology. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury retailer who is licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at the Dow Group. Deb at the DowGroup.com. It's easy. Deb at the DowGroup.com. You like what you're seeing and hearing with our live stream? If you'd like to advertise with the Highlight Guy, again, that's Steve at highlightguy.com. And if you happen to be watching our live stream on the NFHS network, we'd like to say thank you and welcome to THG Sports Network's live stream as well, as we work hand in hand with NFHS. The draw at midfield, every one of these takes on added importance in a single elimination tie game, 6-6. The final score, as you may have heard me say a few times, 9-6 was the win for Bedford in early April, and we've come all the way here to early June 2nd, to determine who gets to play on in the 2026 season. It comes down to this final 12-minute frame of the fourth quarter. The draw is on the turf. It's picked up by Mary Lenti. Mary Lenti has been a star at midfield, taking those draws for Bedford today, winning most of them. Puts it on the turf, does Bedford, but it's good scoop up by Eloise Montagano. Eloise running past 3 defenders, now forced to back it up. Final defender was well positioned, Mally Carroll, number 11. Filling that gap, preventing the easy run in on the goaltender. Part of the reason why we are so low scoring is these smart, well-positioned defenders for both teams, not making it easy to score slam dunk layup goals. Bedford taking time with this possession, a contested pass on the turf, and we have a body check contact called against Declan Mangum? Yes, we do. So it's still Bedford ball on the restarts. Behind the net, that's Anna Rogers with it, number 7, right beside the official. Whistle. Anna Rogers started to run toward the goal. Over the top, misses to the left, and the first people back there are going to be Dover. So, oh no, they're going to call Bedford at it. I guess they have. It's not just enough to beat them to the back line. You have to be closer to the ball itself. Anna Rogers passes it to the near side corner. Eloise Montagano, the run, the shot, the goal. Big goal. Her 4th of the day for Eloise, the senior attacker. She wants to play another high school lacrosse game. You can tell 4 goals scored for the Bulldogs, and that may be the biggest.
Bedford go by number 2, Eloise Montagano.
Montagano makes it a 7-6 Bedford lead. Of course, Bedford could use a win here, down a goal. 10-20 left in the 4th quarter, and maybe in their season, unless they come from behind now. Greenville, Anna Rogers taking the draw. Mary Lenti won another one, though, alertly scooping the loose ball. Now the whistle sounds, and they're going to say that something went wrong by Bedford. They committed a foul there and winning that ball, so big break for the Dover Green Wave, but they put her on the turf. Oh, errant pass. And not securing the ball is going to cost them a few ticks off the clock and time of possession here for Bedford, and maybe a 2-goal lead as the Bulldogs have a chance to go up by 2. Well, maybe the first time today. I know they've had a lot of 1-goal leads, but they are in position here to, well, the repeat of the 9-6 score from April is still on the table as Bedford's up 7-6 with possession. Dancing far post, Molly Muir, the defender and the netminder alert to it, wraparound. Actually, Molly Muir took a body check there from Declan Mangum for that wraparound try. Missed long to the corner, but they had a Bedford attacker back there to retain possession on the missed shot. If you mess up a pass in the opponent's end zone, it's a turnover. If you take a shot on goal and your teammate's closest to where it goes out, you still retain possession. Different for basketball and a lot of other sports that way. Football balls go out of bounds. Mary Lenti's shot misses to the right. And there you see number 7 back there for Bedford, Anna Rogers, and that's why they still have the ball. You know, she missed the net with the shot and went out the back line. Can you imagine if in the NBA Finals there was a shooter that threw up an air ball and it went out of bounds behind the end line, and the team that took the shot kept the ball? That wouldn't go over too good. But different rules in lacrosse, of course. A lot of different rules. Mary Lenti has it. Fake right, goes left. Set up herself for a left-handed shot that thought better of it. All kinds of stick work and hard defense being played by Mally Carroll, and she's recognized by her home fans that this Mally for that. Ball's on the turf and a turnover. That good defense leads to a turnover. Caitlin Bastille picks it up, and now she throws it away. It's going to be Bedford ball. That one hurts the Green Wave. It's a risky pass. Anytime the goalie is standing in the goal, passing back to them maybe is not a good idea. You want to get out away from the pipes, first of all, to avoid it going by you and being an own goal. And then the other thing is, an errant pass, it's a turnover. It's not a shot on your own goal. So, kind of handing Bedford a gift right there. It was Dover in it. Mary Lenti gets the shot away, and it sneaks through. It sneaks through down on the feet of Leighton Kelly. It was a great shot by Mary Lenti. She's had a couple of really nice sniper goals in this game. She's got 2. Carly Hodgson Rogers has 2, and Eloise Montagano
Bedford goal by number 13, Mary Lenti.
That's 8
Timeout,
goals.
Bedford.
Bedford's going to call some timeout, give their players a little breather as we're nearing the halfway point of the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the Highlight Guy live from Bedford.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
We're back.
We're back here live in Bedford on the Highlight Guy Network. John Collins with Joe LeBlanc. I want to thank you folks for sticking with us through that little early technical difficulty that we had. Hopefully it was more of a difficulty on our end than for you as the viewer. Got past it, and we are thrilled to be bringing you this game here from Bedford, New Hampshire, this place of athletic dominance. I want to say sports factory, but I know there's a lot of great academics going on in that building right behind us. So it's just a great place to live and go to school and play sports. I mean, these kids put up some terrific numbers and performances in just about every sport you can name. Right now we're talking girls lacrosse. It's the Bedford girls lacrosse team who are champions, state champions in 2023. Have a chance to keep their season going with a win over the 9-seed Dover Green Wave, but we still have 6:53 left to go. Bedford trying to add to their 8-6 lead. If they score on this or the next one of the next possessions, while keeping Dover off the scoreboard, they will match their winning score from early April, the season opener, when Bedford won 9-6. They're on the cusp of matching that score, up 8-6 here with 6.5 minutes to go in this playoff game. The pass in the middle, the reception, the shot, a great stick work defense being played in the middle by Dover's number 6. Don't give credit there to Kyra Small. Kyra Small was possible to get past on that. But Bedford hoped would be a one-timer play. And again, Dover having all kinds of trouble completing passes, and they are turning the ball over. It's been gift after gift late in this game that has kept Bedford with the ball and time of possession and nursing that lead. They're up 8-6, and time is not on the side of Dover right now. It's Bedford's taking more of it for their offense and leaving less of it for Dover to try to make up that 2-goal deficit, hoping that it isn't 3, as the shot is taken from distance. It turns out to be a pass behind the goal. Bedford still with possession. This is Eloise Montagano. Montagano ran into traffic. Mary Lenti faked the shot, backs away. Good defense again by Mally Carroll, number 11. She's really tough to get by. She's a good blocker of would-be shooters, anticipating the runs. Now slipping through the cracks, the save, the goal. Actually slipping it by everybody. Eloise Montagano puts up her 5th goal of the game. I heard it pronounced Montagano. Well, that's correct, but Eloise
Bedford goal by number 2, Eloise Montagano.
her 5th goal of the game for Eloise Montagano. Seton Tacton is determined to play on this 2026 season if and when Bedford can secure this victory here in the play-in game, the 8-seed hosting the 9-seed Dover on a Tuesday, June 2, 2026. The winner to play Thursday against the Portsmouth Clippers. Straw at midfield, Mary Lenti, who's done so well. Bedford in their home whites, number 13, Mary Lenti. specializing in this for Bedford. And you know, whoever she's up against for Portsmouth must be master class, because they are the team to beat this season. So that's what awaits whoever wins this game, that undefeated Portsmouth team on Thursday. Dover puts it on the turf. There's a stick foul committed against Dover, maybe a body check to try to shield a loose ball that you can't do. That's a stick on the shoulder by part of the Green Wave. Bedford plays on, and getting decked right there was Carly Hodgson-Rogers. As you can tell that Dover's playing with more of a sense of urgency and kind of flirting with what you can and can't get away with defensively, because they need the ball back. They're down by 3 goals, 9-6, with only 4.5 minutes left, and now Bedford enjoying the lead and more time of possession. So they can actually outdo their score from April by putting one in on any one of their next possessions. 9-6. Near side, Carly Hodgson-Rogers looking for an opening in the defense. To her right, Carly Hodgson-Rogers shot. Goal goes top left that time. And Leighton Kelly, who has been so good for so long, just under siege all game, couldn't stop that.
Bedford go by number 1, Carly Hodgson-Rogers.
And Carly Hodgson-Rogers just secured a hat trick with that goal. Well done by the senior midi, Carly Hodgson-Rogers. But you kind of feel for Leighton Kelly. She tried to keep her team in the game for as long as she could. But what really did Dover in this second half, and they only have the one goal. Actually, yeah, they were 6-5 at half. Yeah, 6-5 at half. They had not scored in the second half. What did them in was the ball security. They had too many passes that were not completed and too many turnovers and giveaways. And that is what led to their scoreless second half. You put up 6 in the first half. You got high hopes you can keep that going in the second half, and it did not occur for Dover. They have played, we are 12 third quarter and 8 minutes of the fourth quarter without a goal. 20 minutes of lacrosse, Dover's come up empty. So that can't happen if you want to win a playoff game, of course. Credit to Bedford for making life difficult for the Dover players who are trying to complete passes and hang on to the ball. Started this one a few times. You do it again. Mary Lenti on the draw for Bedford at midfield. On the X, or actually on the B. Might be an X down there on the markings of the field someplace, but you can't really see it. Beautiful B graphics here at Bedford. There's a good pass completed in tight defender window. Paige Gibson. Gibson hands it back to Carly Hodgson. In no particular hurry with her team up by 4, 10-6. Getting close to the net. That's a hard collision. I don't know. Stand your ground on that? Yes. Good defense. Josephine Lundborn, little defender, drawing the charge basically right there. Turnover. Dover ball. Downfield they go. Meredith Toland passes it to her right to Reese Sanders. Reese Sanders tried to make her way right to the post, but Peyton Boldup, the defender, was in her way. Illegal contact. Restart. Reese Sanders over. With a chance, amazingly, to score only the first goal of the second half for Dover right here on this possession. The clock ticks down below 3 minutes left to play. This tournament game. Pass in the middle. Reception not there, but able to collect the loose ball before it goes out of bounds was Chloe Healy. It's been a start for her team in this one with 3 goals of the 6 scored by Dover. New Wave circling the pass to Healy, gets the shot away and scores. Chloe Healy with goal number 4. That was a long time coming, though, for Dover. Their only goal of the second half makes it a 3-goal game with 2:26 to go. It is not out of the realm of
Dover
possibility.
go by number 7, Chloe Healy. Timeout, Bedford.
believe Bedford called that timeout.
Correction, that was a Dover timeout.
Dover timeout. We'll go to our own timeout here on the Highlight Guy Network.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the two well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the water furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Back live in Bedford, New Hampshire for the last 2 minutes and 26 seconds of lacrosse to be played. Dover did finally score their only goal of the second half, but they trail 10-7 with 2:26 left to go in this battle of the 9-seed Dover versus the 8-seed Bedford to decide who gets to play on Thursday in the quarterfinals. Bedford girls lacrosse did win the state championship a bunch of times in the 2021, 22, excuse me, so they won in 2023, and they were defeated in the 2022, 2021 seasons by the BG girls lacrosse team. But they are past champion. They also appeared at Bedford in the 2018 girls lacrosse final, where they lost to Bishop Gordon. Bedford used to be in Division II, believe it or not, in girls lacrosse. In 2014, they won the state title in Division II by defeating Wyndham 12 years ago. So ball's on the turf. Bedford with the big win of the draw. Under 2 minutes to go now, nursing a 3-goal lead. That will get them a ticket to advance. They can hang on to it. All the way behind the goals, creating a lot of distance between her and the defenders is Molly Muir. Molly in no hurry to dish this ball as valuable seconds come off the clock. Only 90 seconds remain in this tournament game now. Separating Dover from a victory. And Dover just kind of waiting for Bedford to make a move, but they really can't afford to. 1:10 to go. Bedford just playing keep away and protecting that 3-goal lead. Now running and shooting. Ball misses to the left, but the Bulldogs will.
1 minute remaining in the period.
1 minute left in the period. Still Bedford balls. The clock continues to roll on. 50 seconds left to go. And doing a dance back there, Mary Leckie passes it. 40 seconds left. And it looks like Bedford's just going to hold on to this ball and the game. 36 seconds left. With it is Carly Hodgson Rogers as she gets decked, and the clock continues to roll even with the whistle. So it just slipped away. It did from Dover. It was tied at half. 6-5 at half. Dover was up. Bedford just taking control in this second half by scoring 5 goals to only 1 for Dover. A lot of turnovers by the Green Wave. 15 seconds left to go. Green ball. Possession too late, unfortunately, for Dover. So, final record of the season will end up being 8-10. As the horn sounds on the end of the play-in game. It is the Bedford Bulldogs
Folks, you were treated to an excellent girls
Advancing
varsity
play in the
playoff
quarterfinal
lacrosse
on
game.
Thursday against the number
Final score,
one ranked
Bedford
Portsmouth
10, Dover 7.
10-7.
With that win,
Your final
Bedford will
score.
now advance to take on number 1 Portsmouth at Portsmouth on Thursday.
As the announcement is made, letting the home fans know that they have a car ride to take to Portsmouth on Thursday.
With only 4 seniors on his team, the future looks great for the Dover Green Wave.
4 seniors.
Congratulations
Season's
to
come to an end.
Dover seniors, Captain
PA
Reese Sanders, Captain Molly Zelfelder, attack Sydney Lane,
football.
and attack Meredith Tolan.
Reese Sanders, Molly.
Thank you folks for
Zilfelder,
attending. Everybody have a safe
Meredith
ride home.
Toland. That is actually, Sydney Lane is the 4th senior, so their season does come to an end. So we'd like to thank the staff here at Bedford High School for their hospitality, for setting us up for this live stream. This game will be available on demand very shortly at thehighlightguy.com. We hope you'll join us for one of our upcoming live streams. On Thursday, we have Souhegan and Bishop Girton girls lacrosse. We'll be doing a quarterfinal game from Amherst, of a game that ended at 1 goal difference only, 8-7. Souhegan won in their only game they played this season that was in Nashua. So that promises to be a great quarterfinal game here on the Highlight Guy Network. Thank you for watching our broadcast on THG. For Steve Cody, for Joe LeBlanc, our executive producer, I'm John Collins. Thank you for watching, and we'll say good afternoon from Bedford, New Hampshire High School, everybody.